Okay, it is Adam with Distraction Gaming, back with you all. So yesterday I started playing this game, Vampire Survivors, and found it to be extremely fun and addicting. And my Steam shows that I've played it for 10 hours. So that gives you an idea of how addicting it is. So you can see I've collected 65 126 things. And I even unlocked some relics and stuff. So I had a bestiary that could kind of show me different stats of things that I have encountered. But there's obviously a lot that I have not encountered. Unlocks. This is just stuff that I've achieved, all within a good solid 10 hours of play. I don't know how you get, hold 6 different weapon evolutions at once, if you understand the game at all. I've held 3 at once, max. A weapon evolution is when you take, one of your normal weapons that you use, and then you get an extremely, extremely good version of it. And the power-ups, I have basically unlocked all of the power-ups necessary, or, I don't know, I wanted. I'm saving up for revival. Should be able to get it. So, I unlocked a lot of new characters. None of them are... Gennaro is my favorite character. The +1 projectile, all weapons. It just seems so much more DPS. And his health and stuff is pretty good. There's not too many differences between characters I've noticed. Except move speed is pretty good for Croce here. But right now I'm gonna select Gennaro. I was thinking about doing one final video. So I've gone through and I've beaten these stages. I did the 30 minutes for the Mad Forest. I survived 30 minutes and got the relic for the second stage. Relic 30 minutes that stage. Relic 30 minutes that stage. I beat this bonus stage, which was, to be honest, I didn't care for this bonus stage. This bonus stage was kind of weird. And ended weirdly. It was definitely different. This challenge was also kind of weird. I got at least the relic in it, but I've not yet discovered 2 stages, maybe more, but 2 stages. And this challenge I've yet to get the relic and beat because I'm going to play it now, and it's quite difficult. But I've already kind of, in 10 hours time, and I think the game was like $5, so it was well worth my time, like 50 cents an hour. Not bad, really. Even if I just play it for a couple days and then I'm just done with it, still highly recommend. Still a lot of fun. And maybe every now and then, if you just want mindless kind of fun, attempting a challenge, go ahead and do it. Just having a sip of my coffee. But yeah, I mean, it pretty much, I believe I've reached my limit, because from here, I have to get good. That's the only way I can really continue to progress. As you'll see in this challenge stage is actually quite difficult. I'm going to attempt to get the relic from this stage, but I just don't think I'm going to succeed. But this guy, he's actually really good. I'm going to get the pentagram, actually, because this is one stage where that's very useful, potentially. But it just doesn't happen often enough. That's the problem with it. Leveling up is not easy on this stage. Because every minute that goes by, the enemy gains health and speed, which is different from the other stages. It actually makes it very challenging. I get to the point where I don't even think I'm killing anything. We're just gonna go ahead with the axe. Just gonna try to get levels when I can. Grab some gold here. But somebody said there's a boss type character that I'm going to try to beat on this. And somebody said that you want to select the guy that I have, who is my favorite character, by the way. I think I already said that. You want to select him and max out the knife. Max out the knife, and then any kind of area of effect type weapons that you'd have. Okay, so it's already kind of getting a little bit more challenging here. Especially because, like, there's a lot of them, yes, but I can't... It's hard to level up quite like I did before. I'm gonna go ahead and get the magic wand. Just need more DPS for now, just to try to level up. One tough thing about this particular stage as well is there's no healing. Any healing that you have is what your character already kind of has. The Rune Tracer is actually really good. I don't think it's really what I want, but it bounces enemies around. Sometimes that pushback is helpful, and it like goes through things. So we're almost at the 3-minute mark, and already kind of like, you can notice that enemies are already getting a bit faster, more difficult. Okay, so I want another... I want to get my knife level up. Any chance I get that knife level up. Meanwhile, just trying to collect all the experience points I can get. Okay, this guy I really want to kill. It'd be very helpful to kill him. Oh! Okay, well, whatever. It would have been nice because he would have dropped a treasure chest. You definitely get more comfortable just kind of sitting and moving around as you play. I mean, the game is still like, you think like, wow, this is kind of boring. You just sort of run around and do this. But it's actually much more fun and interesting as you play it. I mean, and you do want to beat the challenges. You just, it is fun. I'm not gonna lie, it is fun. That is why I recommend it, because it's not a game that you need to spend loads and loads of time doing in the long run. But I was very happy to play it just because I want to collect some of this before maybe the pentagram activates again. I guess we'll do Spellbinder. I really could use speed though, because my enemies are speeding up. And Enemies are already kind of getting harder to kill. Which makes it harder to level up. Oh! Okay. I don't really want any of these. I don't want the whip. I'm just gonna have to go with the clover. I don't love the clover, but ooh, that's nice. When pentagram works and then it leaves all that stuff behind for you, including this, which I badly need. Alright. Let's see what we get. Okay, so my rune got upgraded. It's a free upgrade, basically. It's certainly not bad. Let's go ahead and let's get the crown, because being able to gain levels better is always good. Yeah, the pentagram was definitely a good choice for this stage. I'm not trying to make the 30 minutes, I'm just trying to get my guy leveled up so that I can take on a boss character. This stage is also a good stage, they say, for gathering gold. I don't have things set up in a way that makes me want to gather gold. I don't have all the bonuses set up. Okay, knife up to level 5, that's good. Again, not gaining like tons of experience points here. It's very hard to level up in time. And I really wanted like the King Bible or something. See, these skulls I have not been able to kill. I find that when these skulls come around, the big guys, I don't. That's why I got the pentagram, because these skull things I've not been able to kill before, the big guys. And I don't know exactly why. I want to see if there's a way. I'm focusing on this one skull, as you can see, he's just not dying. Like, he should have died, but he did not. It's like, and I didn't find an explanation for it. Like, their health should not be that high. This is where the game really gets challenging once these guys come around about this time, because I just don't see how I'm just not like able to kill them. To focus on the skeletons and just try to gain levels by killing them. Alright, we're going to do the duplicator here. What I really want is the bracer. That'll allow me to evolve my knife, but it's not popping up, and I'm not gaining levels fast enough to really get a chance of getting it. So, I mean, true to its name, this is definitely a challenging, very challenging stage to have to play. That's always nice, but you can see they instantly come back, so it's just a temporary reprieve, but it got rid of a ton of those skulls, which is good, because I feel like, well, they're not so fun to have to deal with. I want to be fighting things that I can actually kill and gain experience points from. I guess we're going to increase the damage of the axe. So yeah, this is probably the last video I'll make of this game. I just wanted to show you maybe a little bit of what it's like to be more advanced at it. Where your characters, the skills that you have access to. It's a lot easier to survive. Okay, I'm gonna get the King Bible, even though I really want the knife. Sometimes you just have to choose what comes up, because I'm gonna need one of these types of skills if I'm ever to have a chance at beating one of the boss characters. Okay, so I gotta focus on this weird sloth-looking cod. Ah, that's too bad. That's too bad. There we go, bracer. Now I can actually potentially upgrade. Okay, find the hole, find the hole. This isn't so bad, because these guys I feel like are actually killable. They're not easily killable, but they're killable. That's the important thing. Okay, we're gonna fire another projectile. I took a lot of damage breaking out there. Damage that I'm not gonna... health it's gonna take forever to get back. Okay, knife level 7. Level 8 is the max level. And then it evolves and becomes basically non-stop shooting knives, which is what I need. The pentagram was a huge thing. Okay, there's a giant skeleton who wants to kill me. Ah, okay, I got him, but I'm not going to get the drop from him because of the pentagram. Whatever. Whatever, it's okay. Alright. Let's get this red. It'll help me level up. Alright, so now knife is maxed out. Just needs to evolve. But what I'm going to have to do in order to get it to evolve is I have to kill one of the mini-bosses. We're going to get the magic wand, just because it's... I need stuff to help. Okay, yeah, I think I want this. So I'm only level 24, and we're 10 minutes in. Some of the stages, you'll be like in your 30s or 40s by this point. I'm trying to cause as much damage as I can. I'm literally just running around and trying to gain experience points to level up. And hoping that one of the... I'm hoping one of the dudes that I need comes through for me here. Let's just do some damage. I need one of the mini bosses so I can potentially evolve the knife. That's what I want, and then I'm gonna head south to the boss character. Okay, we're gonna do bracer. Things get hectic, for sure. But you develop a level of, like... I'm glad that they didn't make your character super easy to hit. Like, I think there's a small hitbox for him. It makes it really helpful to just survive. At least you don't die super easily to the point where the game becomes frustrating. Just running around collecting experience points here. Okay, I think I'm gonna get the crown because I need more and more experience points. Never can have enough. Alright, that was a good healthy pentagram thing. Okay, I gotta get out of here. These guys are causing pain to me. It's pretty good. So I'm at the 13-minute mark. It's just going to keep getting harder. There we go. There's a guy I need. That's the guy I need to kill right there. If I can get to him. No, I'm gonna be able to get to him, to be honest. He's in there. He's in the pack. It's just in the midst of the pack. I don't know how I can... With the skull guys, I can't break through. I'm gonna have to wait for the pentagram to activate. But then it's going to... So I need to kind of be on the outskirts. Give him a chance to survive it. Did he survive it? Did he survive it? Shoot. He did not. And those stupid skulls come back. I don't like the skulls because they don't die. And that's not fun. Like, they probably do die, but their health is so high that it's not even worth it to try killing them. Like, look at how hard it is to just kill a couple of, like, just one of them. Just not dying. And that's not... That makes this challenge particularly difficult for me. Because it's like, what's the point of all my stuff here that I have? So I literally just have to wait for the pentagram to activate again. To get rid of these guys. Because I'm not gaining any experience points from them. They're probably just all going to come back immediately after the pentagram thing. Okay. I'll pull out a little bit. There's still so many of them, and you can see that they're moving faster and faster. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat this challenge, at least the guy that I want to beat. I just didn't get the levels that I needed. And I wasn't, because of these skulls, I was not able to kill that giant sloth-looking thing, which would have been necessary. Let's see, I'm almost dead. It would have been necessary to kill him to evolve my knives. But I think what I'm going to just try to do here is... Oh. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm definitely dead. Definitely dead. We hit escape here and just see. So this question mark is on the, this is the map, and I have to go southwest quite a ways to get to the question mark, which is where the bad guy is. The one that I'm going to try to kill. But it would probably take a lot of just sort of... It would probably wouldn't be very easy. Like, I'm not even killing these guys. So once you get to this point where, like, nothing's dying, you definitely lost. And I'm not going to be able to heal either. So there's so many enemies I can't get through very easily. And these guys come along. Yeah, that's it. So I've reached the point where, okay, I made it 17 minutes. I just couldn't get... I probably needed Bracer to be maxed out at 5 in order to get the knife evolved. I only got one treasure chest, which is quite horrible. Just because it was so hard to kill the mini bosses that give you those drops. So I've already kind of just achieved the point where at this point I would have to be so much better at the game in order to beat that challenge. Like if I go back here, because I don't know if I have to beat that challenge in order to get this unlocked and this unlocked, which these are probably just challenges as well. And if they're more difficult than the Bone Zone, then I'm not going to be able to beat it. And I have basically all the upgrades that I feel like I can get. I'm not sure. I'd have to, at this point, I need a strategy in order to beat this. So that makes it that much more difficult. And that's why I feel like, okay, maybe I'll play a few more times here and there. But I'm basically done with the game. And that's sort of... I guess that's all she wrote. Fun game. Highly recommend it. Like I said, I played 10 hours. I couldn't stop playing. I just could not stop playing. And that was that's when you know it's a fairly good game. But I'll keep it here. Vampire Survivors. I'm glad that I played the game. Indie game. I almost never play indie games, and I realize, if I'm going to have some fun with games, I need to not just play the same thing all the time, or the same couple of things. I hardly play games anymore as it is, but that's why I made this channel, so I would force myself to play some other games that I own that I otherwise probably would never, I'd buy and then just never touch. But if you do have a library of games, please just play them, because if you're anything like me, when you were a kid and you played a lot of video games, I played a huge variety of games. I played like all the Marios, all the Zeldas. So we had an NES, we eventually had a SNES, we eventually had an N64, and eventually a GameCube. And I was born in '84, so I was, during the stint of the '90s, I was old enough to play games. And even though we didn't have a ton of games, we could rent games, I could borrow games from friends, and I got to play all of the major titles, basically. The only major title that I didn't get to play during the 90s was on the PlayStation, Final Fantasy VII. But there were a lot of great RPG games on the Super Nintendo. And then there were a lot of other just great Super Nintendo games that I played a lot. Some of them with a lot of replay value, like Tetris Attack and things like NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Or just Zelda Link to a Past was just a phenomenal game. There was Super Mario RPG. Yoshi's Island was unique and interesting. It was good. It was a great side-scroller. And then when the N64 came out, GoldenEye, Mario 64, they were incredible games. Then the Zelda games came out for N64. And then you had upgrades, like legitimate upgrades to like Mario Kart and stuff, which was Diddy Kong Racing and Perfect Dark. They were excellent games with really good, fun multiplayer. So you just have your friends over, you play those games. But I was thinking about just the huge variety of games that I played growing up. And then when I started to dislike games is when I went to university and games were I now had access to high-speed internet. And so I played much more competitive multiplayer games on the internet, like Counter-Strike, like Warcraft 3, and just playing against people in a competitive aspect. Then you played way too much because you wanted to be good enough to compete, and because everybody else felt the same way, you played games way too much. Because I played games a lot as a kid, but I also had time for other things. And I wasn't addictively drawn to games 24/7. Whereas once the online games came out, it became very difficult to focus on other things in life. So the thing I like about Steam and some of these indie games is they're not online competitive. I'm trying to avoid those types of games. just because it's not. I've already learned my lesson. It's already not worth it. I don't need to be playing games all the time. I can't because I have a family. I just happened to have yesterday to myself, so that's why I basically wasted the day gaming. But it was a game that was pretty much in the past I would never even touched, even though I bought it. So, alright, I'm going to leave it there. If there's anything you take away from this video, it's play Vampire Survivors and play your games that you've bought just even a little bit. Just try them out. Just put them on the easiest setting if it's available, and just try them out. I'm going to try out some other games, not today, but in the near future. And then we'll see from there. Okay, I'm going to cut this video now. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.